Good. Guys, today class we'll discuss the data types concept. So last class we done the first application, right? First application completed. Today let me start the data types concept, guys. Data types basically to represent your data. So data types to represent your data. We're using data types concept, right? To represent your data. Okay, Java contains data types like 8 data types. To represent numeric data, we have the byte, short, int, long. For the numeric data, we have the byte, short, int, long. For the point values, we have the float and double. Yes, for the point and point values. For the point values, you make the float and double, right? Float and double is for the point values. Into byte, short, into long for the numeric data. Float and double for the point values. So next one is the char data type is there and boolean data type is there, right? Total how many data types in Java guys total here? 8 data types are there. 8 data types, right? Exactly. And every data type contains corresponding size, guys. Size in bytes. Byte size 1 byte. Yes, short size is like 2 bytes. What is the int size, guys? Int size I think 4 bytes here, and the long size is 8 bytes. 8 bytes of memory. Float is again 4 bytes. Double is 8 bytes. Char means we have the 2 bytes. Boolean there is no size, guys. Boolean contains just two constants, which is like true and false constants. Guys, Boolean contains so many constants, just two constants, true and false constant, right? Exactly. Guys, these are data types and corresponding sizes. Corresponding sizes. Guys, numeric data. So numeric data. To represent the numeric data, we have the data types like, to represent the numeric data, we have the data types like, what are data types, guys? Byte, short, int, long for the numeric data, just like 10, 20, 30, 40 like this. Next one is what, guys? Decimal data. Decimal data means what are the data types we have? So float and double, right? So for the decimal data, we have like 10.5 and 20.5, something like this. Next one is what? Character data. Cat data. Character data to represent, we have the data types like char data type, right? Char data means how many characters allowed, guys? Only one character is allowed, that is in the single quote, right? One character allowed, guys. One character we can make it in the single quotes. Next one is what? Boolean data. If you go for the Boolean data now, so the data type is called Boolean here. Boolean is a data type, guys. Boolean means you have the true and the false constant, right? Yeah, true and the false constants, guys. Guys, are you clear now? So basically, Java contains eight data types, guys. What are 8 data types? Byte, short, int, long, float, double, and all. Yeah, yeah. So we have 8 data types. And numeric data, decimal data, character data, and what? Boolean data, right? Exactly, guys. And see, guys, every data type contains corresponding range, basically. Okay, corresponding range also. If you take the byte, guys, byte size, how many bytes am I? Guys, byte size, how many bytes? 1 byte, right? Yeah, 1 byte means the range will be the, see guys, every data type contains corresponding memory size and corresponding range value also. It means the byte can store only specific range, right? The byte can store only specific range. The byte can store like minus 128 to 127, right? Yeah, the byte can store the range is like minus 128 to, guys tell me, minus 128 to, yeah, yeah, so simply it can store like minus 128 to what? 127, right? Exactly. See, to calculate this range, guys, how we will get this range means you have one formula. So, okay, formula to calculate range. Calculate a range. The formula will be the minus 2 to the power n2. Yeah, minus 2 to the power n. Basically, this is a power value, guys. Minus 2 to the power n2. Okay, 2 to the power n2. 2 to the power n minus 1, basically. Guys, 2 to the power n minus 1, right? Guys, 2 to the power n2, 2 to the power n minus 1, right? Exactly. Here, where, okay, so where n equal to number of bits, n equal to what? Number of bits, right? So number of bits is n value, guys. Number of bits value is there. Where n equal number of bits means 1 byte equal to how many bits, guys? Guys, 1 byte equal to how many bits? 8 bits, right? Then n value is how much now? Guys, now n value is how much?
8.
8, right? So exactly. Here you can make the n value equal to simply like 8 here, n equal to 8. Then calculate the range, guys. 2 to the power n means, yeah, 2 to the power 8, right? 2 to the power 8 means what the value? Guys, 2 to the power n means what? 2 to the power 8, right? 2 to the power 8 means what the value now? 2 to the power 8 means the value will be the, guys, calculate once. Calculate once. 2 to the power 8 means what the value? How much value?
64.
2 to the power 8, 64.
256.
256. Yeah, 2 to the power 8 means basically like 256 guys. But range is how much here? Minus 256 or 128? 128, right?
128.
Yeah, but 2 to the power, actually to calculate the form, to calculate the range, minus 2 to the power n basically. So 2 to the power n means what? 2 to the power n means
8.
2 to the power 8. 2 to the power 8 means 256, right? But the range is 128. Then what is the point here? The point will be, guys, out of n equal to 8 bits, out of 8 bit, 1 bit is reserved for the sign bit, guys. 1 bit is sign bit. 1 bit sign
0.
basically. So 1 bit is sign means what? 0 represents the positive value and 1 represents the negative value. Guys, 0 represents what? Positive value. 1 equal to positive value. 0 equal to what? Negative value, right? Yeah, 1 represents the
Yes.
negative value, right? Exactly. So 0 represents the positive value, guys. 1 represents the negative value. This is like 1 bit is for the sign bit, right? 1 bit is for the sign bit. That's what, guys, we have to calculate the range for only how many bits? 7 bits, right? 7 bit is a range bit basically. Then 2 to the power 7 means what the value, guys? Guys, 2 to the power 7 means what the value? Minus 128 only, right?
128.
Exactly. So then 128 minus 1 is 127, right? Exactly. So if we calculate the 8 bits n equal to 8 means 1 bit is reserved for the sign bit. So that's what 0 represents the positive value, 1 represents the negative value. And that's what we have to calculate the range for only how many bits, guys? We have to
7
calculate the
bits.
range for only 7 bits, right? Now we got the minus 128, right? Exactly, guys. So what is short, guys? Short means how many bytes? Guys, short means how many bytes? 2 bytes.
255
2 bytes means
minus 250
cool,
minus 255 to
cool. So 2 bytes means how many bits?
16.
16 bits.
6.
Then 2 to the power 16, 2 to the power 15. Guys, then 2 to the power 16, 2 to
15.
the power
Power of
15.
15.
15. 15.
Then you tell me the output of 2015 basically. What is 2 to the power 15 value? Please calculate once. 2 to the power 15 value.
1024.
1024. 2 to the power 15, man. 2 to the
Power
power
of
15.
15.
We'll get almost all 32,000. 32,000 almost will get the value. Guys, please calculate that value. 2 to the power 15. 2 to the power 15 means what the value?
$32,768.
Yeah, so you get the values like minus 32,000. Yeah, 32,768, right? Yeah, 32,768 to 32,767, right? Exactly. Guys, the short range like this, right? That remaining ranges you can calculate, guys. What about character range? Character means how many bytes? Guys, character range.
2,
Char
2
range
bytes.
is what? 2 bytes, right? Char size is 2 bytes means then 2 to the power 16, 2 to the power 15.
2 the power of
Char
15.
size will be the 2 bytes, guys. 2 bytes means what? Here do 2 to the power 15, 2 to the power 16. 2 to the power 15 or 16, guys? 2 to the power
15.
15 or 16 means I think you will get the 16 only, right? Guys, because the character contains any positive characters, negative characters.
No.
Guys, do you have any positive characters, negative characters? No,
No.
right?
No.
But it contains the characters like 2 to the power
2 to the
15,
power
16, right?
15.
Yeah, 2 to the
Yes.
power 16 means the value will be 65,536. Okay, 2 to the power 16 means what, guys? 65,536. But the range will be the starts from 0, guys. 0 to 65,535. So 535, right? Exactly. Boolean, there is no size, guys. Boolean, because Boolean contains only two constants, which is like true and false, right? So there is no size basically. Is very clear now. The character size, how many bytes, guys? Total bytes for basically 2 bytes. 2 bytes means 16 bits. 16 bits means like 65,536 actually. But it starts from 0. So 0 means what? 65,535, right? Is very clear now. Yeah. That is information, guys. Like that, you can calculate the corresponding data types, guys, corresponding sizes and corresponding ranges, right? Corresponding what? Ranges, guys. Exactly. So guys, that is a way how to calculate the range, and I hope you understood like how many data types and what are the corresponding sizes and corresponding ranges, right? Exactly. So next one is like int number equal to 10. Just I'm assigning int number equal to 10, guys. I'm trying to print that number. The system dot out dot println of I'm printing number. Then this case what the output now? Guys, what the output now? Int number equal 10. I'm printing the number, right? What's the output now?
10.
Simply in the data is like 10, right? Because we assign the 10,
Hmm.
10 is printed, right? Exactly. But int num semicolon here, I didn't assign any value, guys. If I'm didn't assign any value, but I'm trying to print the value, then in this case, what's the output now?
0. Default value.
Yeah, so here if you didn't assign any value, guys, in Java, if you are not assigning any values, by default you'll get some default values, guys. Guys, by default you get some what? Default values, right? Exactly. For the default value for the integer means 0 basically. Yes, default value for the integer is what? 0, right? Exactly. So we understood data types and the corresponding sizes, corresponding ranges, and the corresponding default values. Guys, if we didn't assign any values, the JV will assign the default values. The JV will assign default values. Byte default value will be the 0 basically. Short also default value is 0. Byte short into long. Guys, numeric data, the default values are zeros. Okay, byte short into long 0, 0, 0, 0, right? Exactly.
Hmm.
For the float value, the default value is what? 0.0. Float means
0.0.
0.0. Double is also what? 0.0, right? Double also what? 0.0. And character, the default value, guys. What the default value for the character?
Null.
Hmm.
Null.
It's not null basically.
Null.
It means one space is there basically. One single space,
Okay.
not a word actually. It's a space character, right? Space character, just like space character, guys. So character default value is what? One space, right? Exactly. What the boolean default value, guys? If you take the boolean default value, or the default value of the boolean,
False, sir.
yeah, default value
False.
for the boolean is what? False, right? Exactly. Guys, if you assign the values, your values will be assigned. If you didn't assign any value, then default values will be assigned, right? As if you didn't assign any value, then default values will be assigned, right? Exactly. The default value for the boolean is what? The default value of the boolean is what? False, right? Exactly, guys.
Hmm.
These are clear now. So here I didn't assign any value for the integer, so the default value will be the 0, right? Exactly. So these are the data types, guys, corresponding sizes, corresponding ranges, corresponding default values, right? Corresponding default values, right? Exactly. Is very clear now? Good.
Yes.
Guys, if we take the employee project, if you take the employee project, you can take the class employee. Employee project contains what the data type, what the data tell me? Employee project contains class employee. Employee contains what type of data now?
Employee ID.
In
Employee
Employee
ID.
Employee
Employee.
ID,
what type
employee
of data
name,
employee ID?
employee salary.
Integer type.
Integer.
Employee ID equal what? Triple one, right? Next one is what? Employee
Hmm.
name. What is employee name, guys? What is
String.
employee name is like one character, group of characters. Guys,
Group of
employee name is
characters.
one
Group of
character, group
characters.
of characters. Group of characters means what? We have to take the character data type is allowed. Is it character data type is allowed or not allowed?
It has a string.
No.
Character is not allowed, right? You can have to take the string data type. String, guys. String employee name equal to string to take the group of characters, guys, enclosed in double quotes. Okay, string employee name equal Ratan, right? String employee name equal to Ratan. Employee ID equal triple one, guys. Employee name is Ratan. Last one is employee salary. Can you make the double employee salary equal 10,000.45, right? Exactly. Because if we take the employee project, these are the properties we have to take inside the employee class, which is of integer type, string type, double type, right? Yeah. Now the question is that string is a data type or not? This is a question, guys. Guys, please respond. Is that string is a data type or not?
No. So far, what we have seen, we don't have string in that category.
So string is not a data type, right? String is not a data type, guys. Then string is belongs to what category here? In the first application, we are using two predefined classes, right? What are the two predefined classes, guys? Guys, in first application, how many predefined classes we are using?
Two, sir.
What are the two classes?
String and system.
Yeah,
String and system.
yeah. Then in that case, string is a what? String is a class, right?
Yeah.
Guys, in the first application, we discussed two classes, string class and system class. In that case, string is a class, right? Basically, string is a class. String is a class, guys, to represent the group of string is a class to represent a group of values, right? A group of characters, right? Exactly. Tell me, guys, what is string here? String is a string is not a it's not a data type, guys. Comma, it is a class. It is a
Class.
class to represent. It is a
Group of
class.
characters.
It is a class present which package, guys? Present in java.lang package to represent one group
Group
of
of
character
characters.
to represent the
Group
group
of
of
characters.
characters, right? To represent the group of characters, right? Exactly. Group of characters enclosed in Group of characters enclosed in what? Single quotes or double quotes? Enclosed in double
Double.
quotes, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, finally decided string is not a data type. It is a class. It is a class present in Java.lang package to represent a group of characters enclosed in double quotes, right? Enclosed in what? Double quotes, guys. It's fine. Next one, tell me string str1 equal to I assign Ratan here. Simply I'm printing the str1. Guys, I'm printing str1. If you are printing str1, then what happened, guys? Directly Ratan is printed, right? Exactly. But if we take str2 semicolon, str2 semicolon, I'm trying to print str2. Then this case what's output now? Guys, I'm taking this str2,
Space.
I'm trying to print the str2, right? I think space is the default value for the character, right?
Cat. Yes.
Character default is a space.
Null, sir.
What about
Now it is null.
yeah, string default value, guys? Null, exactly. Because in Java, guys, any class type, basically this is null value. Any class type, guys, is a very, very important word. Any class type, the default value is null initially. Initially, if you didn't assign any data, by default it contains null value. Not only string class, guys, system class, string class, employee class, test class, student class, product class, any class type. Any class type, the default value is which value, guys? Guys, any class
Null.
type. Exactly. So the conclusion is what?
It's null.
Any class type, the default value is the default value. Yeah, the default value is which value, guys? Here, null value.
Null.
Yes, any class
Null.
type, the default value is what? Null value, right? Exactly. Any class type, the default value is null value, right? Exactly. Is that clear now?
Mm.
So string is not data type, guys. It is a class present in Java.lang package to represent a group of characters enclosed in double quotes. The string default value is null. Any class type, the default value is what? Null, right? Any class type, the default value is the null, right? Is that clear now? Any class type, the default value is the null, right?
Yeah,
Exactly, guys. Guys, you
Sir,
are
I have
clear, right? Any questions? Data types and corresponding sizes,
yes.
corresponding ranges, corresponding default values. Formula to calculate the range is 2 to
Ratan
power.
sir,
Tell me.
sir, if string is a class,
Uh,
we use class. First, we create the object, but you have not created the object. You have just
Basically,
you have
yeah,
just
this is
defined
object
the.
only. In entire Java, for the string class, without this new operator also, we can create the object like this. So string str1 equal Ratan means this is object only basically. This is object only. So we have the
Oh,
flexibility to only string class. That flexibility to only string class. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, any class type the default value is what? Any class type the default value is null, right? Any class type the default value is the null value, guys. That's it, guys. Next one. See, guys, let me write one small example. So class test class. So I'm declaring two variables simply. The float f equal to 10.5. Float f equal 10.5. I'm trying to print the float value. The system dot out dot print f. Next one is what? Double d equal to 20.5. Double d equal 20.5. I'm trying to print the system dot out dot print of d value. Tell me, guys, this case what output now? I declared one float variable, I declared one double variable. I'm saving this code in local disk E. Let me save this code like test.java file, right? Yeah, test.java file. It's fine, guys. Tell me this case what's the output now? Guys, 10.5
It will give an error, sir.
20.5. Uh,
It will give a error message.
why?
For system out println, it will be 10. We did not given the value as 10.5. F needs to be given.
Yeah, what, ma?
For the float value, we did not give it as F.
Why
So
you have
it
to
will
give
give
F?
only value as 10. As in float representation, we need to give as F.
Why? For the reason?
We have given a data type as float. If we have to achieve it as float, then I have to give it as F.
Why we have to put the F? That is a question. You to achieve the float, you have to get
If
the
I
F.
have to give the value as 10.5, then I have to give it as F.
Okay, fine. But the point is actually the 10.5 is decimal data, right? 10.5, 20.5 is decimal data, right? In Java, guys, the decimal data is by default double data. 10.5 is by default double actually. It's not like floater. Guys, in Java, the decimal data is by default which data? Double data. 10.5 is by default double data. But float F required what type of data? Float data, right? Guys, float F required what type of data means float data. To represent this 10.5 is a float data. To represent this 10.5 is a float data. We have this F constant, guys. In entire Java, where we represent the float value, definitely we have this constant, guys. Here, F constant, right? Guys, that point is clear. In Java, the decimal data is by default which type of data, guys? Decimal data is by default double data.
Double.
To represent the float value, we have this which constant, guys? F constant, right? Where you need to represent the float value, always require the F constant. Why means the data is by default which data, guys? Double data, right? Exactly. Just open the command prompt, guys. You can run this code local disk E. How to compile the code, guys? To compile the code, Java C, the application is called what? Test.java file, right? Then code is compiled fine. What is compiled fine? So Java the class is called which class, guys? Here test class. See the output here 10.5 and 20.5, right? Exactly. Guys, this example with the conclusion, tell me. Example one. In Java, the decimal value. In Java, the decimal value is by default. By default, which type, guys?
Double.
Double value. So
Double.
to represent which value? Float value. So to represent the float value, use either small f or what? Capital F constant, guys. Either small f or what? Small f. Small f or you can use capital F also. You can use, not a problem. Guys, in Java, the decimal values are by default.
Without F, we can run it now. What is the output? 10
Oh,
now?
I didn't run the
Or
code.
Yeah.
I didn't run the code. That's my mistake. Then I can run this code. We got the issue like incompatible types. It's saying like possible loss of conversion from float to double to float, right? It's saying like it's unable to convert this double to float value because by default 10.5 is taken as a double, right? This double is unable to convert into which format? Float format, right? Exactly. That's what we got the issue
float
like this. So to represent your float data, always you require F constant, right? You require which constant, guys? F constant, right? Exactly, guys. That's example one. And if you go for example two, tell me, guys, generally I want to take the credit card number. Tell me, guys, can I take the int card number now? Credit card number, tell me. Credit card number, how many digits, guys? Almost. Yes, credit card number, how
digit.
many? A debit card, a credit card number.
16 digit. 16
16
digit.
digits, right?
16 digit.
7, 8, 6, 7. Okay.
It's
20965. Okay. So 1094. So 78120, like this, right? Exactly. Then I'm trying to print the data. I'm taking the credit card number, guys. After taking the credit card number, I'm trying to print the card number. Tell me, guys, when I'm printing the card number, if I'm printing the card number, guys, to check our videos, just you can go for the youtube.com/ratanit. If you go for youtube.com/ratanit, directly you'll get our videos. Here you can go to the video section. In the video section, you can find I'm uploading all the Python videos and Corejava videos in YouTube. You try to check it out. And very recent, guys, within mostly 1 week or 10 days, I'll start the Spring classes and Spring Boot classes also. Just you can follow that. Just you can subscribe to our channel to get all these updates, guys. So the Python operator, guys, parallel if you want to learn Python, just you can check these videos. But I can say like I will not upload all the videos, guys. But for you guys, anyhow, I'll share the recorded session. For you guys, I'll share the recorded session. Okay, good. Yeah, here the last class of Java interaction data types, class 5, class 4, all the classes are uploaded, guys. You try to check this all the class notes once. Okay, is that clear now?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, if any questions about the classes, you try to check the YouTube videos. Okay, so you have the link, right? You try to subscribe to our channel, guys. I think all are subscribed, right?
Yes.
If not subscribed, try to subscribe the guide. So Java C test.java code is compiled fine. Java C test.java. What's saying error message, guys? I think it's saying like integer number is too large. Oh, very good, guys. It's saying like integer number is too large. Why this number is too large means integer number, because integer unable to hold this much data, right? Yeah, integer unable to hold this much data. Then what we have to make the data type, guys? You can take the long data type, right? Yeah, depends on the requirement, guys. Very small value within 120 means you can go for the byte data type. A bit higher value in by short data type. Too much higher value
Long.
into data type or long data type. That depends on the requirement, right? Yeah. Size is different, guys. Sizes and ranges are different. That depends on your value. Then you decide which type you want. Then decide which type you want. Even float is 4 bytes, double is 8 bytes. Then which type you want, just you can move the type, right? Yeah. See, guys, even though I specified here long data type, I specified long data type. Let me run this code. If you run this code, now see, guys, here long is changed or not? Previously we have the integer. Now we have the type is like long type, right? Even though we have the long type here, it's saying like integer number too large, right? Still, guys, still it is saying what? Integer number is too large, right? What the reason might be?
I should
Guys,
declare
still
that
it's saying integer number is
value
too
with
large.
a constant.
Yeah, the reason is, what is the reason? Guys,
Value should be declared with a constant,
with
like how we
constant.
did as f.
Uh, yeah, how did you say? Long means what you have to use?
We need to give it L.
L.
L constant, exactly. Why? Y is important, right? You are saying F constant, L constant
It's
is
not
fine.
assigned to long. It's
Uh,
assigned to integer. So it's assigned to integer. So we need to convert to integer to long.
exactly. So here in Java, so we decide like in Java, the numeric data is by default what type of data? This is numeric data, right? So numeric data is by default what type of data, guys? So previously we did like decimal data, 10.5, 20.5, like decimal data is by default what type of data? Double data. Then we represent the float
Double.
value using F constant, right? Using F constant. In the same way, here which data, guys? Numeric data. Numeric data is by default what type of data? Integer data. Then how can you represent the long data? To represent your long data, you have to say L constant, guys. Guys, you have to use which constant here? L constant, right? Now code is perfectly compiled fine. Code executed fine. We got the output is some credit card number, right? We got some credit card number, guys. Here is a second conclusion, second example, or second conclusion here in Java. In Java, numeric data is by default. Numeric data is by default
Integer.
int type, right? Int type, int value. So to represent, tell me guys. So to represent which value? So to represent which value, guys? Long value, right? Use use either small l or capital L constant, right? Guys, you can use either small l or what? Capital constant. Is that clear now? Yeah,
Yes.
that's the second value, guys. The first case, like in decimal data, by default double type, to represent the float value, we are using F constant. Second type, your data is by default numeric data. To represent the long value, we can go for L constant, right? We can use what? L constant, right? Exactly, guys. That's example 2. Guys, are you clear now? The approach is clear, right? So data types and corresponding sizes, ranges, default values, and the string default value is null, and the decimal values are by default double data. To represent the float data, we are using F constant, and numeric data is by default which data, guys? Numeric data is by default into data. To represent the long value, use L constant, right? To represent the long value, use what? L constant, right? Exactly, guys. Example 1, 2, 3. Third example, guys. See, if you see this code, guys, this is like credit card number, right? Credit card number. But this number is like less readable format or more readable format, guys? Guys, this number is less readable format or more readable format? 8767209510947820. Bit less confusion, right? Like less readable, right?
Yes.
Guys, this
Yeah.
data is like more readable or less readable? Less readable, right?
Less readable.
Yeah. To make this data like more readable, guys, we can put the underscores in the numeric literals. Guys, what the concept? We can put the underscores in the numeric literals, guys. Here, every 4 digits, can I make one underscore here? Can I make one underscore here? Can I make an underscore here? Now I think readability increased or not? 8767 2095 1094 7820, right? Exactly. Guys, with the underscore is good or without underscore is recommended?
With underscore is
Yeah, with underscore.
Looking clear.
Looking clear, right? Yeah.
Mm.
More readable.
So more readable, right? Okay. To understand the numeric data clearly, you're putting underscores in the numeric letter, guys. But this concept is there from Java 7th version onwards. Yes, which version onwards here? Java 7th version, right? Java 7th version onwards, underscores in the numeric literal, guys. Java 7th and underscores in what? Numeric literals, right? Underscores in the numeric literals. Is that clear now? Underscore numeric literals. See, guys, once if you put the underscores means those underscores not printed in output console. Okay, those are ignored by compiler itself. Guys, is that underscore is printing output
No.
console? No, right? These are ignored by
No.
compile itself, right? Exactly. So to make the code more readable, to make the numeric data more readable. Tell me, guys, to make the numeric data more readable, we can put underscores in what? Underscores in numeric literals. From which version onwards, guys? From Java
7.
7th version, right? From Java 7th version, guys. Exactly. But these underscores are ignored during compilation, right? Exactly. So these underscores are ignored. These underscores are what? Ignored during, tell me, guys, during compilation, right? Exactly.
Compilation.
Guys, the underscores are ignored during compilation itself, guys. These underscores are ignored during compilation itself, right? Is it clear now?
Mm.
Yeah, that is a point, guys.
Yes.
But while putting underscores, you have to follow some rules and regulations, guys. We have to follow some rules and regulations. We have to go for the underscores rules, basically. Underscores rules, right? Exactly. What are the rules we have to follow regarding underscores is regarding the underscores, what are rules we have to follow is the rule one. It is possible to give multiple underscores, guys. Consecutive underscores. It is possible to give multiple underscores. It is possible to, don't think like only one underscore you can give. You can give the two underscores, three underscores, like that. It is possible to give how many underscores, guys? Multiple underscores, right? Multiple underscores, guys, which is like int number equal to something like this. So here I can give the one underscore, no problem. Here if you want, you can give the two underscores, no problem. Or if you want, you can give like here three underscores, also no problem. This code is perfectly valid, right? Exactly. The first rule is what, guys? It is possible to give the multiple underscores. Just there give only one underscore. Recommended to give one underscore, guys. But we have the option. It is possible to give the possible to give what? Multiple underscores, right?
Multiple underscore.
Yeah, possible to give the multiple underscores, right? Exactly. And the rule two, guys. It is not possible to give the underscore starting and ending of the number. Then starting underscore, ending underscore, there is no use, right? It is not possible. Not possible to. It is not possible to give the underscores underscores starting and what, ending of the number, right? It is not possible to give underscore starting and ending of the number, guys. It is not possible to give underscore starting and ending of the number. If you take the number equal to something like this, guys, it is starting allowed or not allowed?
Not allowed.
Starting is not allowed. If the number equal to something like this, ending also not allowed, right? Exactly. The rule two, guys. It is not possible to give underscore starting and ending of the number, right? Ending of the
Yes.
number. And the rule three is it is not possible with underscore before and after the decimal point. Okay. It is not possible to give the underscores. Guys, not possible to give the underscore starting and ending of the number, right? Start before and after the decimal point, right? Before and after the decimal point. After the decimal point, right? Exactly. If you take the double data, maybe so double d equal to something like taking the values before the decimal underscore is valid, invalid, guys?
Invalid.
Guys, before is invalid, after also invalid, and before and after also invalid, right? This is also invalid. So here also starting of the number is valid, invalid, ending of the number is invalid, starting and ending of the number also invalid, right? Exactly. That's rule 3. Guys, what the rule 1 here?
It is possible to give multiple underscores.
Yeah, first one is it is possible to use multiple underscores, guys. The second one is it is possible to use the underscore starting and ending of the number. It's not possible to, right? So it is not possible to use underscore before and after the decimal point, right? Before and after the decimal point. The last point will be one more point. It is not possible to use underscore. It is not possible.
So the same concept here, it applies like even if we are using the decimal point, for this value, I can't apply before the number and ending of the number. Not only.
This is before and after the
No, for the double, for the double, I'm saying.
double. Here also same process, right? Here also we cannot use underscores, right? Starting of the number, ending of the number is not possible, right? Even though it is a double number, it may be integer number, any number. Starting number, starting of the number, ending of the number, underscore is not possible. And the point values before and after the point values, before and after the point values, underscore is not allowed, right? And even it is not possible to give the underscores, underscores before and after the constant also, even before and after the constant. Constant in the sense what? Generally to represent the float value. Float f equal 10.5. 10.5 is valid at 10.5 f required. F required, right? Before the f also underscore is not valid. Before f is underscore is not valid. After the f is underscore is not valid. Before and after also underscores are not valid, right? Exactly. Because it is possible to give the underscore, it is possible to give the multiple underscores, and it is not possible to give the underscore starting and ending of the number. Not possible to give the underscore before and after the decimal point. Not possible to give the underscore before and after the constant also, right? Before and after the constants. And one more rule is there, last point here. Basically, we have the number system. Number system like binary number system. Tomorrow I'll discuss these number systems, guys. Binary number system, octal number system, decimal number system, hexadecimal number system. Okay. Web application level, we will not use number system in detail. Circuit designing, robotics processing, chip designing level. So where the chip designing level, circuit designing level, they're using Java. Those guys they're using like binary digits, AND gates, OR gates, NOR gates, some gates operation, right? Yes or no? In that case, they are going for the binary number system and all. Okay, basically, binary data representation is 0b constant. 0b we have to use. Basically, byte b equal to 1010. This is binary data. Basically, to represent this binary data, starting of the number we have to use 0b. Okay, 0b we have to use. Then what is the underscore here? It is not possible to give the underscore before and after the binary representation, right? Maybe binary representation, maybe octal representation, maybe hexadecimal representation, right? Yes or no? See, for example, hexadecimal representation is what? We have to do the 0x. Tomorrow we'll discuss these points, guys. 0x is there. 0x AF1. You can give like this. Here, binary representation is a 0b and hexadecimal representation. Hexadecimal representation. Tomorrow I'll discuss these points, guys. Hexadecimal representation is 0x, right? 0x, not O, that is 0x. Here, what the conclusion, guys? It is not possible. It is yeah. It is not possible to tell me, guys. It is not possible to use the. It is not possible to use the underscores. No, it is not possible to use underscore before and after the representation, right? Yeah, representation. So before and after representation, you cannot use underscores, right? Which is basically like in this line, starting of the number like 0b, 0b after this here comes underscore is not allowed. and here starting underscore is not allowed, and before and after also here starting and ending also underscore is not allowed, right? That's all the information, guys. Guys, to make your code is more readable, you can put the underscores in the numeric literals. It's definitely fine, but it is not possible to give underscores like starting and ending of the number, and then before and after the decimal, and before and after the constants, and before and after the representation of your binaries and hexadecimal numbers, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, how many data types in Java total?
8.
8 data types, right? What is the default value for the boolean? Guys, what is the default value for the boolean?
False.
False.
Who assigns the default values?
JVM.
J will assign the default values, right? What is string default value, guys?
Null.
String default value, null, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the string is a data type or not?
No,
It's
sir.
in class.
String is data type or not means string is not a data type. It is a class, right? It is a class to represent a group of characters enclosed in double quotes, right? Enclosed in what? Double quotes, right? Exactly. So day 7, guys, today we're discussing like the concept is like data types, right? We're discussing concept like data types. Yes, you try to see this example once. Still first chapter is not completed, guys. I require one more day to complete the first chapter, which requires the number system and all. Total 8 days it is taking. Maybe 3 days are demo class, 1 or 2 days demo classes you can make, and remaining 6 or 7 days you can go for the first chapter, right? Still we are in the first chapter, guys. We discuss first application and escape sequence characters, keywords, constants, reservoirs. Hmm? So print versus println, these all of data types, these all information, right? Yeah. And tomorrow we will discuss about the one more class required regarding first chapter, guys. Tomorrow we'll complete the mostly first chapter. Hmm? Yeah. Guys, tomorrow we'll meet, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.